If you're a skinny guy who's ever stood in front of the mirror and hated what you saw looking back at you, then this video might be the most important thing you've ever watched. Because in the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how I went from 90 pounds depressed and ready to end it all, to gaining over 60 pounds, building real confidence, and becoming a man that I never thought I could be. So make sure to stick until the end of this video because this is gonna be the most in-depth breakdown I've ever posted. You're gonna learn the same step-by-step blueprint that not only I use to pack on muscle, but dozens of other guys too. You're also going to learn why most skinny guys fail despite them trying to bulk up or force feed themselves. You'll learn the truth about body image, discipline, and confidence that no other coach or guru is talking about. You'll also learn exactly how I use something that I like to call the identity shifting system to completely rewire my beliefs, build my body, and become someone that people actually respect. If you tried programs before and failed, or just feel like you just weren't built to gain muscle, and you're sick and tired of feeling ignored, overlooked, and less of a man, then stay with me. Because I'm not just gonna tell you my story, I'm gonna give you the exact system that I use to completely transform my physique. And if you stay until the end, I'll show you exactly how you can start building muscle today, even if you're a hard gainer. But before I get into it, let me show you a few results for my guys that are following this system. All right, so first one of my guys that was able to do this was my client, Jack. He was able to pack on 20 pounds in 76 days. In the beginning of the program, he was struggling. He was at a standstill. He wasn't seeing much progress at all. He was around 160 pounds in this picture. And then before even hitting that 90-day mark, he was able to get all the way up to 180 pounds while still maintaining a very, very lean and aesthetic looking physique. And not only that, he was able to improve in every single other area of his life. His mindset and just his ability to show up for himself changed significantly. And another one of my guys, Jesse, who was able to pack on 20 pounds in 73 days, another night and day transformation. And my guy, Jesse, sent me a voice note a couple of weeks ago telling me that after joining the program, he literally could not fit his clothes anymore just because he was able to pack on so much size so fast. He literally had to change his whole wardrobe just because he was able to pack on that amount of size in that amount of time. And a Shagray who joined a few weeks ago and he's already up 14 pounds. And another one of my guys who was completely stuck before coming to me and applying the system and being able to completely turn everything around moving forward. Or even Jaden, who's made progress in his first 7 days. As you can see here, he sent me a few texts telling me that he was struggling for 2 years. He couldn't stay disciplined. His life was getting in the way. He never felt like he knew what he was doing, but after following the same system, he's been able to hit PR after PR and become the type of person that's actually showing up for the gym and making progress consistently. And not to mention the hundreds of guys who've just taken my advice through Instagram. Here's a couple of another texts that you guys can pause and read through. These guys were able to completely turn everything around and start making some real progress. But before we get into the blueprint, I want to share a little bit about my story. I used to wear hoodies in 100-degree weather just to hide my body, not because I was cold, not because I thought it was cool, but because I was ashamed of how skinny I was. I was always the smallest guy in every single room. People didn't see me as a threat or as an actual man. They saw me as a joke. I hated mirrors. Every time I looked, it felt like the reflection was taunting me. It felt like it was telling me you're never going to change and you're always going to be stuck as this person that you don't even like. And I battled with suicidal thoughts. My self-esteem and low confidence convinced me that the world would be better without me. And I thought I was broken. I wasn't confident at all. I didn't feel attractive, and I definitely didn't feel respected. And I thought I tried everything. I tried force feeding, bulking, and yet I had no appetite and I had no results to show for the amount of work that I was putting in. But from using the same exact identity shift system you're about to steal, I gained 60 pounds, drastically boosted my confidence, and became the man that I've always wanted to be. I don't have to walk around feeling ashamed of my own skin. I don't feel insecure. I don't feel like I'm not respected, and people actually are able to see the man that I wish that I was able to be those years ago. And here's an overview of the system. Phase 1 is shifting your identity. Phase 2 is packing on 21 pounds in 87 days. And phase 3 is elite training. Phase 1, shifting your identity or rewiring your mindset for success. You can't out-train a broken identity. If you still see yourself as weak, you'll act weak. To see results, you must change who you are first. A lot of the time we focus on outcomes and process, but the real key to this is focusing on the identity. Then we can move out to the process and ultimately seeing the outcomes. And here's how you can brute force your brain into becoming a new you. Step one is to destroy your negative self-talk. Stop telling yourself I'm too skinny or I'll never grow, and stop listening to what other people say about you and tell yourself you're getting bigger and you're getting stronger. Step two is to plug in new compounding habits. Compound habits that are congruent with the man that you want to become. Show up for yourself daily by doing these habits to create a new identity. And step three is change your fixed mindset to growth. And on the left, this is the version of me that was 93 pounds. He hated himself. He thought he'd never be confident and he thought he'd never pack on any muscle. And here's me now sitting around 156 pounds, developing a new identity. I'm confident in my own body and I built the physique that I've always wanted. So I hope you're ready because I'm about to give you everything that you need to build a crazy amount of muscle in the next 87 days. But first, there's 3 reasons skinny guys fail to pack on size and make it 97% harder for themselves. Reason number 1, you don't have the right system to stay consistent. And this is why you stay consistent for short periods of time and then fall off again. Reason number 2 is that you think you eat a lot, but you still don't gain weight. But the truth is you're either not eating enough, not eating the right foods, or not structuring your meals correctly. And reason number 3 is you're guessing on your calorie intake. And the only way to guarantee muscle growth is by being in a caloric surplus, and that's by eating more than your body burns, and here's how. Here's a 3-step bulking protocol that you need to get jacked fast. Step 1 is going to be to find your maintenance calories. This is super simple. You can download MyFitnessPal. You're going to get a ballpark of your macros that you need to eat. Eat at those macros for a couple of weeks. Weigh yourself weekly. And if you plateau or don't gain weight, then up the calories by 200 to 300 and rinse and repeat this cycle. Step 2 is to hit your macros daily. Get a food scale as fast as you possibly can because this is going to allow you to track every single meal that you eat and even measure out the liquid calories if you have to. And stick to high calorie foods versus low calorie foods. And step 3 is to show up consistently with no excuses, and you can rinse and repeat this every single day. And here's a list of the most calorie dense foods so you can screenshot this right now. And here is a sample 3,000 calorie meal plan that you can follow so you can just simply screenshot this and apply it to yourself. Phase number 3 is going to be that elite training. Here's the raw truth why most skinny guys never built the amount of muscle that they want and end up plateauing instead. You're either 1, not training hard enough, or 2, not training correctly. And that's it. So here's the only 3 muscle building principles that you need to get jacked in the next 87 days. 1 is intensity. You need to make sure that your intensity is completely maxed out. You need to train like it's a fat man chasing behind you with a gun. And if you don't train as hard as you possibly can, he's going to shoot you. And that might sound like something crazy to think, but you being able to get in this state of mind is going to allow you to actually max out this intensity aspect of your training. Because you don't just throw around the weight to maximize your gains. The time under tension and training to failure is the only way that you're going to make progress during your working sets, because if you're doing anything other than that, you're just wasting your time. Principle number 2 is tracking your lifts and your weight. Because the goal isn't to pack on 21 pounds of fat. We want muscle mass. You need to track your lifts daily or every single time you go into the gym. Track your weights weekly, meaning you're tracking your sets, your reps, every lift, and weighing yourself every week to make sure you're gaining at least half a pound a week linearly. And then principle number 3 is going to be progressively overloading, because each week you should be getting more reps, increasing the weight, or improving your form and progressively getting stronger over time. And if your lifts aren't going up, you're either not training with intensity until you're hitting failure, or you're not eating enough food daily. So every week you should be consistently increasing in weight and strength by doing this. And if you're lost on what split to follow or how to train, here's an easy training split that you can steal to build muscle fast. So just feel free to screenshot this. Now you have the exact identity shift system me and dozens of my other clients have used to completely transform our bodies and our minds. With everything that I gave you today, you could easily leave this video and pack on 21 pounds in 87 days easy. But if it was that simple, you'd already be jacked by now, since all the information is already out there. And since you're still here watching, it tells me that you clicked on this video for more than just a blueprint. If you've ever tried to gain weight, build muscle, or stay consistent and failed, it's not because you're broken. It's because you didn't have the right system, which is why I'm excited to introduce you to something that I've been perfecting for months. Introducing Beyond the Gym. This is the only 12-week coaching program that's designed specifically for skinny guys who struggle with building muscle, confidence, and self-respect. So over the next 12 weeks, you'll be able to pack on 20 pounds using tried and tested muscle building strategies for skinny guys so you can pack on size effortlessly, pretty much guaranteed. So no matter how much of a hard gainer you think you are or how fast you may think your metabolism is, by the end of the 12-week program, the goal is to get you looking and feeling unstoppable on the inside and on the outside. And here's exactly what you're going to get instant access to when you join Beyond the Gym today. You're going to get that tailored skinny guy training and nutrition blueprint built for your body type, your metabolism, and your lifestyle. You're going to have those weekly client check-in videos to make sure you're on track with your goals every single week. And you're going to have that 24/7 support and accountability directly from me. So you have me by your side so you never feel lost or confused. And because by the end of the 12 weeks, I want to make it so easy for you to pack on 20 pounds. When you join Beyond the Gym today, you're going to get those 3 fast action bonuses. So those bonuses are going to be those weekly group coaching calls. So you're not only learning from me, but from other guys too. You're going to have access to a private community of like-minded men so you can network, connect, and make lifelong connections. And you're going to have access to my exclusive Skinny Guy training to learn A to Z in nutrition, training, and transforming your mindset. I'm so confident that by the end of the 12 weeks, you'll be able to pack on at least 20 pounds. And if for any reason you don't, I'll coach you for free until you do. But just so you know, this isn't some fake urgency. I genuinely can't work with everyone watching this video. And if I were to take on any new clients today, I'd have to open up a few spots. So if you're ready to finally gain some real muscle, build confidence, and become the man that you know you're capable of being, then I want you to click the link below to book a free strategy call with me where we'll break down exactly where you're at, what's holding you back, and coming up with a step-by-step plan to get you to exactly where you want to be. And if everything sounds good on the call, then we'll get you started on the program. But if not, that's cool. You'll still be walking away with a strategy on how to build muscle even if you've been stuck uppers to this point. But either way, clicking the link below this video and booking a call is a win-win situation. Just click the link in the description and book your free strategy call, and let's get to work.